Dave from Dave's Larry Shopworks here, and on this episode we are going to continue our cheap 440 build. So this is episode 21, where we're just going to do some little simple things to kind of button up the bottom end here. Previous videos we've already got rear main seal in, that kind of jazz. We're going to put the timing cover on and the oil slinger. We're going to clean out the oil pan, get the oil pump pickup tube ready to go, and from there we're going to bolt it all on, torque it all down with the gaskets. It'll be good to go. Still waiting on cylinder heads, but that's where we're at. Alright guys, so slight failure just means more time. Our oil pump and pickup tube, or our oil pan and pickup tube are a little more wrecked up than we thought. So our oil pan, we have to straighten the pan rail a little bit. Now this pan is used, it did have a catastrophic failure. I've gone inside here and I've cleaned to within an inch of its life all the bits of bearing material and everything I found in there. It had a connecting rod come apart, bash things around. But it also hit our pickup tube and cracked it. I didn't notice the crack before, but it cracked it. I also have to properly install a bushing. I had it in there, it was feeling good because the size of this is a 1/2 inch pipe thread, and that's 3/8 pipe That's for normal engine block. This block has been modified for a larger pickup tube, but we're just going to bush it down. I just got to run a tap through that. Now, having said that, I have to pull the oil pump back off, run the tap through, clean that bore, because that's the pickup straight to the oil pump. So thankfully it doesn't go anywhere else in the engine, and we'll be able to make it clean, make it good. Just a minor setback. So while I'm welding up the oil pump pickup tube, I'm just going to leave the video where it's at right now. We'll call her good, we'll get the pickup tube repaired, I'll double check my pan again, flush it better, just to make sure, because I can still catch a couple little pieces of bearing material if I'm running around my fingers and a little rag and everything. So I'm going to scrub it out more. Yeah, that's where we're at. So not total success. We got the timing cover on, oil slinger, and we're making progress, but it's just kind of going psst. So this is where we stop before we do something stupid. Had some time to think while I was at work. Figured out the best thing I could do, money-wise, is recondition these components. Was a factor. I'd have to spend about 485 bucks Canadian, give or take, plus shipping. Wait 2 to 3 weeks to get a brand new oil pan and pickup tube. So, here's what we did. Took the pickup tube to work. And at work I used the brazing rod. Now I cleaned this right up, and there was no crack, but there was a straight scratch line in it that could develop into a crack with vibration and such. So I cleaned it really good, and I brazed over it with brass, and I'm very happy with how that turned out. Then I also heated it up over here, bent it up to get my depth right, because you remember this depth was too short. And anyway, I did some fitment with the oil pan. We're at the right height, we're level this way, we're level this way. We're good. Oil pump pickup tube reused. I also put in a forged reducer, bushing, whatever you want to call it, and high temp thread sealant in both ends. I blew out all this hole after this connecting hole right here where the oil pump was. I blew it out and brushed it out after I'd re-tapped the hole, and that's clean as a whistle now, so we're good there. Next item on the list, oil pan. Took some time. I straightened the oil pan rail. Still a little bit beat up, but 95% of it's pretty straight now. And then a buddy of mine gave me an idea. How easy is it to just wash around a couple liters of engine oil up inside here and keep washing it around to get everything out. See, nice and clean now. So that's what I did. Ran clean engine oil around through it, drained it all out, pulled it all out, wiped it all out, then did it again and a third time until I got nothing coming out on my cloth anymore. That's about as good as I can make it. So essentially what I'm going to do, when I do fire this engine up for the camshaft break-in, I'm going to pressurize the oiling system first hand. That's what I like to do on these engines. It's pretty easy on most ones. Let's get the oiling system pressured up and reading pressure and flowing to all the rocker arms and cam journals and all those places they need to flow to. And I'm satisfied there. I'm just going to spin on a new oil filter. Then we're going to fire it up. And then we'll break in the cam. And then we're going to spin on another new oil filter and drain the oil. After that, we'll put her into kind of regular service. We still got to break in the rings and all that jazz, which I'm not pretty for doing. But anyway, guys, that's where we're sitting at. So, hold up the phone here. I'm going to get the oil pan on, bolted down, and the oil pump back on. And you're going to see the bottom end of this engine complete. Thankfully. Alright, here goes. Alright guys, that's got her beat. There we are, oil pan, oil pump pickup tube, bracing for it, bushing to make the pickup tube work. Oil pump's back on, diamond cover. All I really have left to do is throw a vibration dampener on, but I haven't painted it yet. And I have to throw in the 2 coolant core plugs, as well as my fuel pump push rod. And that's got her beat. So, there we are. Victorious, a little bit of a struggle, but we persevered. Thanks for watching guys, really appreciate it, and everybody have a good day.